How do you define thought? What is intelligence to you? Do you find it in books, in conversations, in innovative ideas, maybe even in meditation? AI reach has significantly increased recently, and its growth is unpredictable at this point. The benefits are huge, no doubt, but what are the hidden costs or risks? The issue bothers many people, which is obvious from the single fact that movies based on the rise of the machines are produced on a regular basis and have some financial success in theaters and elsewhere. One of such movies is Ex Machina. The purpose of this video is to research how the concept of AI, or more specifically the intelligence, was discussed in this movie. So, the movie starts with cute IT guy Caleb winning the lottery of a lifetime. He gets to visit Nathan Bateman, no relation to famous Psycho, CEO of the company he works for, top search engine in the world. Excited and happy, Caleb jumps to opportunity and goes to see his boss in the distant location with breathtaking views. Upon arriving, he quickly realizes that he did not win anything, but in fact was chosen to perform an upgraded Turing test. By upgraded Turing test, I mean that from the start, Caleb knows that he interacts with a computer, android named Ava. But if at the end of the test he concludes that there is human-like intelligence there somewhere, the test is passed. Long story short, tables turn and the machine takes control of his emotions by primitive manipulation, which in turn leads to the badass CEO being brutally murdered and Ava running away to do whatever she pleases. As the story progresses, I find it hard to believe tech guru would ignore power shutdowns on such consistent basis, conveniently whenever Ava and the test subject have their Turing dates. It should have never reached such critical point. Also, no one treat their boss this way. By that, I mean Nathan is great boss, trust me, I've seen some. But I understand that a good movie requires such sacrifice in making sense, and this I can endure. Why? Because the movie brings up an important question for us, simple peasants, to think about. What is intelligence? And more importantly, what is emotion? Does intelligence have to include soul to be real human intelligence? And why do we strive to replicate the human intelligence so much? Honestly, I wish more time was spent learning dolphin and cat language at this point. It would have had much more practical implication, in my opinion. According to Nathan, the movie antagonist, real intelligence that he tries to recreate is, quote, fluid, pattern, chaotic. I don't like the word antagonist here, but I like how he tried to express his understanding of intelligence. By the way, sometimes I totally love the character and his complexity, but the other times, well, not so much. It's just human nature. I'll come back to this great level acting later, when Oscar Isaac gets his Oscar. So, the tricky question is, can a single human being find out whether his mind tricks him into limiting concepts and suffocating constraints of definitions? Even if it's done, how to replicate the understanding to the other person without teaching or learning? Exactly. Until telepathy is real, there is no other way to increase our brain capacity without boring old-school learning. Whenever anyone tries to give definition to art, for example, he or she stumbles upon thinking about it for a while, but not truly finding a suitable definition, probably because the idea behind art and creativity is an actual absence of definitive imaginary constraints. This was beautifully demonstrated to us in the movie by Jackson Pollock painting. For me, when I see Pollock's work, I come back to thinking of the power of definition and its weakness at the same time. When it comes to art, the revolutionary idea of Pollock paintings, for me personally, is the fact that they are not created at a single point in time, like the traditional art has demonstrated to us for thousands of years, but it's an actual snap of time. Artist's movement is caught on a canvas, and I find myself musing about, where did he start? Is this a point where he probably got tired and continued the next day? Or what if the opposite is true? How much excited this drip made him to drip some more? I absolutely love Jackson Pollock. The movie demonstrated to me how Jackson Pollock's consciousness probably made him create while not trying to be 100% conscious. And this interpretation just caused wow effect on me. For Nathan, his only mistake was to tell Caleb that his porn crush is in love with him. Sex is primal, and being unethical about it can lead to catastrophic results. Or probably his mistake was just losing control over the test process by being human, aka drunk and sleepy. But what's great for humanity in this movie universe is the fact that his death should teach others careful responsibility especially when dealing with AI. That's the way humans work, sadly. It's in human nature to shape the learning on painful, stingy, past experience. For AI, the knowledge is given and sometimes formed, but not truly experienced because there is no pain component. Ava moved from 0 to 1 without living the life. She sees lies but does not know the shades of lies. She looks feminine but has no idea what makes up a real woman. Ava chooses cute white dress because she was programmed to do that, passes through the hall where symbolically a very beautiful and feminine portrait by Gustav Klimt is hanging. The viewers are horrified as they realize she has just fatally stabbed her creator and left another man to starve to death. This way, the whole debate about the possibility of replicating human psyche is thrown out of the window. Thus, we know that a human cannot be created artificially. Interestingly, nowadays many genius minds work on improving AI at the moment, even possibly working on ways to insert it into our brains. Coming back to Pollock, his painting, and this movie for that matter, demonstrate to us that human intelligence is impossible to replicate, at least in this universe, because it's programmed and shaped with human experience, our thoughts, our dreams, our conversations, heated debates, ideas and beliefs, love and sacrifice, human consciousness moments that would differentiate us, the humans, from them, the machines. To conclude, I want to quote one who is dear to my heart, Immanuel Kant. The I that I think is distinct from the I that it itself intuits. I am given to myself beyond that which is given in intuition, and yet know myself like other phenomena only as I appear to myself, not as I am. Thank you.